Let's do a film breakdown video analysis of some of the camp battles that you're going to pay attention to throughout camp, but we'll begin next week, and we'll start with the tackles. I think that's probably one of the biggest questions, and it's a great thing that you got three guys that have starting experience in the NFL. There's not a lot of teams that can say that.
Well, when you look at these three tackles, all three are starters, in my opinion. It's going to be really hard to keep Dawand Jones off the field. If you look at some of these battles, there's some battles that people had, the fourth or fifth receiver, maybe the end of the defensive line room. But I think some really things important tackles. So you can take a look at Dawand Jones right here. His ability to move his feet in a small area and use his length. So once again, see his arm extension here. But let's go back here so you can see him set quick. You're going to see him use his hands independently. One of the things I like about Dawand Jones is that he uses independent hands. So if we go back here to this first clip, you're going to see him be very, very fast and then use either hand. And you'll see where that length has an effect on TJ Watt. Dawand Jones can get his hands on TJ Watt before TJ Watt can get into a move, and it just kind of thwarts him. And this is what he does with that length. Not many guys, him and Orlando Brown, I say it all the time, but only guys that can do this. This being said, with like Jedrick Wills and Conklin, Jones can do things that those guys can't. So it's going to be very hard for me to see Dawand Jones not on the field. But I know Conklin's a starter, and I know Wills is going to be fighting for a spot too in his fifth year. So this is for most, this is the biggest battle here in camp, and I really look forward to seeing these guys down at the Greenbrier.
And again, it just shows you how big Dawand Jones is. Those are linebackers, not safeties and not secondary guys that he just dwarfs in size. So another one that, the next clip that we're going to look at, you mentioned Jedrick Wills, and I think Browns fans are a little bit tougher on Wills, and I think the Browns like him more than their fan base does, to be quite honest with you.
Oh, there's no question. And, even when I'm down at camp, so you'll see here just some of the clips I have at camp, just him working his feet and working in practice, working on this inside zone. This is the last year of being in the camp. The thing I like about Jedrick Wills, and the reason I like this clip, is that he works hard in practice. Now, the thing that Jed Wills doesn't have all the time is he doesn't have great body language, right? So he does not seem like he's maximizing his effort at times. But I disagree with some of the people's negative thoughts on Jed Wills. He does have some inconsistencies. And I think the reason for me that I have concern with him at times is that I have seen him do it in practice over and over and over against a really good Browns defensive line. He can pass protect. He can run block. He's not a killer in the run game like those guards in the center, but he does get in the way. He does use his hands very well. He's a very good athlete. Now, I think Jed Wills has got something to prove this year because, again, I don't see Dawand Jones going anywhere. Conklin's a starter who you're going to get consistency out of. Jed Wills is the one guy that you can get a 0 out of 10 scale. You can get a 10, but you can also get a 5. So it's going to be very interesting, but he's also never been pushed. This year he's going to be pushed. So as you can see here, great feet inside zone here, gets that inside arm in. Really talented, works hard in practice. Want to see better body language out of him, and I want to see him reach his potential, which is very high.
Yeah, and we've talked, and Mary Kay has even said, Dawand Jones, if needed, could switch over to left tackle. It's not saying that they have to do that they can do that. It's that she feels, and a lot of the Browns people feel, if Dawand Jones needs to go play left tackle, he can.
Well, the thing about left tackle, obviously it's different footwork, and the only way you're able to do that is if you're able to move your feet. Dawand Jones is a basketball player, and I had some guys when I was coaching in high school that I tried to get out, these big guys who play below the rim. Dawand Jones is a basketball player, so that tells me he has great feet. So the thing that hurts those right tackles going to left tackle or vice versa is their ability to handle that footwork, especially in the kick when they kick back in pass protection. Dawand Jones is such a good athlete, that will not be a hard transition whatsoever for him. He's an intelligent football player, and his footwork and his athletic ability and his ability to move his feet in a small area would make that transition seamless. He would absolutely have zero trouble moving to the left tackle because of his ability, his basketball feet, and his ability to move in small areas.
Just something to keep an eye on as training camp goes, because I'm sure they're going to be looking at every option to find the best one.